There we go. I think we are live here on everyone. What's going on, guys? Angel here, Begin Crypto. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. Like I said, Bitcoin crashing right now a little bit, and it's tough. It's tough, but Bitcoin is crashing, and it is what it is. Right here, as you guys can see, my cup. Be you and be kind. Be you and be kind, guys. I respect you, bro, because you are open to adjusting your opinions. World War II salty about being right. Well, I think you just got, Alex just got a lot of heat. He got a lot of heat. Angel, can we have a dual live about crypto? Yes. Give me about 15 minutes or so, Crypto Hussar. Give me about 15 minutes to get through what I'm going to chat about, and then I'd be more than willing to go live with you. So just give me about 10 or 15 minutes to get my point across, and then you can invite me. Go ahead if you want to. I don't know what time it is your time, but if you invite me about it's 12:24 my time. If you do it like 12:45ish it's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Give me a little bit of time. Google CNN. Okay, I'll Google CNN. There are some people that are saying, wow, my mouse is too responsive today. There we go. Let's maximize that. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's actually take a look at this article because a lot of people have been asking about this article. First on CNN, U.S. recovers millions in cryptocurrency paid to colonial pipelines. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Okay. I'm going to try to make this as even as I can. Let's go down and read it a little bit. If you guys can't see it, it is kind of hard to see the screen on there. U.S. investigators recover millions in cryptocurrency they say was paid in ransom to hackers who prompted the shutdown of the East Coast pipeline last month. Earlier, the FBI-led operation, which was carried out with cooperation from Colonial Pipeline, the company that fell victim to the ransomware attack in question. Department seized approximately $2.3 billion in bitcoins paid to individuals in a criminal hacking group known as DarkSide. The FBI said it has been investigating DarkSide malware for over a year. So they've been ransom recovery, which was first seizure undertaken by a rare outcome for a company that's fallen victim to debunking cyber attacks. A bunch of FUD about the misuse of cryptocurrency here. Let's see. Individual companies feel pressure. I'd really like to know how they confiscated it. It's happening all the time. Oh gosh, cyber criminals. There's so many more transactions that are not cyber criminals. It's just like the US dollar. The US dollar is the same as well, guys. The US dollar is the same as well. Actually, you know what I could do? Maybe I'll go like this. I'll try this and make it a little bit smaller and then zoom in. I wonder if that's probably easier for people to read. So we'll try that. It's going before the regulation hits exchanges. It's going to shoot up soon. More to come. What's the bottom? I think, like I said, I think the bottom is at 29K. More Doji Cash transaction. Oops, I didn't mean to mute you, whoever I did that to. But yeah, like I said, that is the news there, guys. That is the news there. Go ahead and flip my camera back. Get the chat back. News is controlled, absolutely. Like I said, I was wondering what sudden crash. It's just the market, possible manipulation. Like I said, yeah, this happens all the time, especially with the news. If you guys didn't check out that Twitter post that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago, if you guys missed that, there was a Twitter post that showed exactly how they manipulate the market, and one of the ways that they do that is through the news outlets. They find hungry writers with decent publications, and they pay them off to write a news story about some sort of FUD. And they go ahead and they use that price, and then from there, like I said, they're able to do whatever they want. By the way, I got this from one of my clients, which is awesome. A bobblehead doll of me. So it's got the camera on. I don't know if you guys can see that. Pretty sick. Pretty close, isn't it? So cool. Thought I'd show you guys that. Show you guys that as well. How long can you see it going? It could be for a while. When is the? Let's see. Let me go back to the charts, guys. Let me go back to the charts. Bitcoin is falling, guys, but like I said, we're right at 32. This 32 is holding for now. This 32 right here is holding for now. 31,975 to 32. This is I think this area right here was a very, very strong area for accumulation. I'm going to make this even bigger. Actually, I'll actually show you guys. I forgot I can do that again. There. That should be a little bit better for people to see. So that's where we are here. Like I said, there's a lot of, we saw a little fight back up to 33 and a dip down here to 31. Like I said, I think we could see a flash. I think we're going to see, like I said, a recovery back up here to this 33.2 area. And then I think, like I said, I think we're going to see that dip down. And I think it's going to look like it's going to run. And I think we're going to bear trap. I think there's going to be a bear trap. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like I said, though, Red Dog, what's up? Good to see you in the house as well. But all indicators, guys, right now, all indicators are bullish or are bearish right now. All indicators are bearish, especially on the technical analysis. A neutral wedge usually follows the same trend as where we came into that wedge. Obviously, lower lows. Yeah, but like I said, we're still bearish here. Still bearish. I'll go ahead and go like this. Oh no, that's definitely not my straightest line of all time, but that's not what I want to do. I don't know if I can delete that right this moment. I'll go like this though. But that's what I think what's going to happen here is we're going to come down, come back up here, go down, touch this 30 to 20, high 29s, that support, and move our way back up here into this to this triangle, into this wedge here at about 37.1. So that's my prediction right here. Looks like a lot of lows and low lows coming. Yep. Thank you, Red Dog, for sharing the video as always. Diamond Hands. I actually also, guys, if you guys Red Dog says stay away from, or Rico tells Red Dog to stay away from buying right now. Yeah, I'm not buying much or anything right now. We got to find where those bottoms at. Should you buy at 30? I mean, you definitely could. Like I said, I think dollar cost averaging, that's what I'm doing right now. I don't really care what the price is. I'm still going to buy because I believe in the long term of it. But right now it is down. It is definitely down. The one thing that I really, though, was talking about with some other people, I'm actually going to put out a TikTok later today about this, is people are right now are really, really afraid of the dollar. They're really afraid of the dollar. But actually, guys, a lot of people don't understand this about the dollar. So let me actually see if I can go. Let's see if I can do. Try to find this chart here quick before I go back. What do you mean by dollar cost average? So what dollar cost averaging, guys, if you guys don't know what dollar cost averaging is, it's just buying. Let me hold on a sec. I'm looking for something. I'm trying to see what the dollar cost averaging, guys, is buying a little bit in certain amount of time. So like weekly, I have Bitcoin and Ethereum. I buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink and Cardano weekly on a weekly. Let's try that. I'm trying to see how far this will go back for us. Oh, I'm on the 2 hour chart. Let's go to the day chart. I'm going to show you guys this right now. Theta has a new update. Will be launched this month. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm streaming on Theta right now. If you guys do not know, we're on theta.tv right now. We're streaming to theta.tv right now. Let's take a look here. We're going to go to the 1 day chart here. I'm going to talk about the US dollar for you guys. And I've actually got a TikTok coming for it. How come I can't find the US dollar value? What am I? What am I? Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. BSV has accomplished more than any other cryptocurrency as far as utility. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin, of Satoshi Vision. That is just me. Let me see if this brings it up. Do you think 30K is the bottom? I think a high 20s, like I said, that 29, wherever that support was, I do believe that that is the bottom. God, I really cannot find this this chart that I'm looking for. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm looking for the dollar, the US dollar. Bitcoin to 19,000. I've seen that as well, but like I said, I still don't believe it. How do you know when it's the lowest? There are several indicators that can show a bottom. Several indicators that can show a bottom. Money one stock. I should be able to find the US dollar here. Let's do USD. God, I'm trying to find something where I can. Why would you do that when you're in the red? Yeah, you don't want to be selling hardcore when you're in the red. That's exactly what the whales want you to do. I can't find it right now. But regardless, guys, I'll give you guys the skinny on what I'm talking about here. Let me go back to Bitcoin though. What I'm going to put out today in one of my videos. There we go. What I'm going to put out today in one of the videos, guys, is actually this concept of the US dollar. And I know everybody's thinking, I think you should think about this for a second as well. With the US dollar, obviously everybody knows that they're printing a bunch of money. They're obviously printing a bunch of money, which is fine, which we already know right now is quote unquote causing inflation. Okay? And you can see the price of real estate going up. You can see the price of a lot of materials and lumber and wool, all of that stuff. All that stuff is going increasingly up. So Joshua says, you seem. What do I seem, boss? Let me know. But what I was saying is, do you see all these things going up, right? Yes, I can show you when you know things are at their lowest. Okay, I will show you that soon here, user. I will show you how to find a bottom. Look at the market over the past decade. It crashes and returns eventually. Yes, but that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So with cash right now, people have more cash than ever simply because there's more. People have been printing 20% of the money in circulation right now has been printed in the last year. However, guys, you have to realize that when we crashed in 2020, when the market crashed in 2020, March of 2020, the value of Bitcoin went all the way down to 3,000. The value of gold went down. The value of the stock market went down like crazy. But the value of the dollar went up. And that's actually logical if you guys think about it. The value of the dollar went straight up when there was a massive correction, quick recession from the pandemic. Okay, so think about that. I want you guys to think about this and think about this hard. The value of everything else is going down. The value of what the dollar can buy you, the value of the dollar is going up. Right now, with a ton of cash on hand, it's actually, in my opinion, it's actually smart as long as the United States dollar doesn't collapse. As long as we see a recession, as long as we see a dip in the United States dollar still survives. As long as the United States dollar survives and it moves back up, if we see a recession, the amount that you can buy with that United States dollar is going to be even more. So, for example, if the stock market crashes right now, let's say you have a bunch of cash right now. Let's say you're hoarding a bunch of cash. Okay? Or actually, I'll start with this, and this will make more sense. Let's say you guys have a house right now. Let's say you guys have a house worth $300,000, okay? Right now in the market, it's worth about 20 to 25% more United States dollar than it was worth. Okay, let's say it went up 25%. You now have $325,000. If you go ahead, it's probably even more, but if you go ahead and sell and make $25,000 of cash, you have cash on hand right now. And if you go ahead and you guys see a dip in the economy, then obviously you guys know what I just said, is that assets go down, Bitcoin gold, the stock market, real estate. That stuff moves down, but the value of the dollar moves up because of those things moving down. So in essence, if we quote unquote think this is a top for the stock market, a top for real estate, a top for cryptocurrency, it might not be a bad idea to hoard cash. Your mama. Thanks, dude. Tupa, your mama too. But it might not be a bad idea to hoard cash, because essentially, if you think about it, buying dip, you're essentially you're actually selling the top. Think about it. If you're selling real estate at 325, it's never been that high for you. And if we're expecting a crash, or a crash is coming soon, then you'd have that $325, say, of cash. And then if you hold that cash that you made, for example, from this bull run, if this bull run is over, if you go ahead and hold that cash, you're going to be able to buy more in real estate. You're going to be able to buy more house in a couple of years when that market hits a bottom. You're going to be able to buy more stocks. You're going to be able to buy more Bitcoin or buy more crypto. So, like I said, with all this money printing, even though cash is a little bit, inflated right now, if we see that correction, which a lot of people are predicting, if we see that correction in gold and Bitcoin and the stock market and real estate, the more cash you have, the more your value of that cash is going to go up. So right now, having some cash is not a terrible thing. It really is not a terrible thing. A lot of people are saying, get out of the US dollar, get out of the US dollar, get out of the US dollar. But in essence, in the recessions, that's when the dollar gets the strongest. And that's where or just like we talk about in cryptocurrency now, that's where you, the investor, gets to buy the most for your money. So actually, interest will pull up the dollar. Yes, interest will pull up the dollar as well. Yes, K Bezel, that's the best way to say it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you have cash right now, if you have cash from a real estate investment, if you have cash from so many other things, if you just have cash because you have more cash because of the money printing, etc., making as much money cash right now while the money's easy to get is a good thing. Because if we dip down, you're going to be able to buy more for less. And that's exactly what happened in the recession. So my man talking about buying the dip in real life. That is Irish Centrist Dad. Dude, you're the man. Thank you so much for posting. That made my day. I'm really talking about buying the dip in real life. I can't say it better myself, Irish. I'm talking about buying the dip in real life. Real life. And I want you guys to process that. I want you guys to process that on Theta TV and YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. I'm on all those places right now. I want you guys to process that the actual being in the US dollar right now as things inflate actually isn't terrible. Like I said, think about the real estate market. Think about, it's going to peak at some point. It has to peak. If it doesn't peak, then the whole United States economy with the US dollar is over. It's over. But if the stock market's dip, that is what it is. But same with cryptocurrency though. Just as you guys saw in March, with the price dipping all the way down to $3,000, and then we saw this huge bull run. That's what I'm saying is, if you would have had cash on hand and taken cash out, you'd have been able to buy more Bitcoin at that time. Do you see what I'm saying? If you guys would have sold real estate just before that huge dip, you would have so much more cash on hand to buy the dip in real life. So that's definitely interesting there. My man talking about buying the dip in real life. Should I sell with loss now or just hold? Well, like I said, I would just hold. Like I said, if you believe in cryptocurrency long term, you should just hold. And if you truly believe in cryptocurrency, that shouldn't even be a question. Royal, that shouldn't even be a question. Like I said, that's what I want to talk about too, is like, if you guys are in this for the wrong reasons to make a quick buck, it's going to be a lot harder for you guys to hold in dollar cost average. But I think holding in dollar cost averaging is the best way. Problem will come when you have loans and interest will rise. Problems will come when you have loans and interest will rise. That is going to be part of the game too. But like I said, if you have more cash on hand, for example, like I said in that example, if the same $300,000 house is down 30 or 40%, I mean, all of a sudden you see the same $300,000 house for $210,000, you're able to get so much more for your dollar that you'll be paying less in interest anyway than if you would have just held your house through the dip. So because of how much the price you're losing. Do you like the Audi A5 Sportback? I don't mind Audis. What do you think about Aave? I like Aave a lot, Royal. I like Aave a lot. Why the long phase Disney tours? Let's see. Should I sell with a loss or just hold? Like I said, yeah, I would hold. But like I said, guys, if you guys realize what I'm saying, as long as the United States dollar doesn't crash, as long as it doesn't collapse, as long as the US dollar is gone, yes, but the most people in the world have more loans than cash. So that will be, yes, but most people in the world have more loans than cash. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like right now, they're getting cheap money because money's cheap. Is that what you're saying? To hedge against the dip. Is that what he's saying? Psycho. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, that will be a problem for some that are borrowing money, because if the money actually gets stronger, it's going to be harder to pay those loans back. But I think that's why I think cashing out and getting lean right now is the move. I think that's the move. Free money will be a big problem. Yep. On the long term, I completely agree. That is, yeah. Essentially, that's true. I'm trying to plan and prepare for everybody here too, that if you're in that situation, like I said, I think it's the best to try to get out of the quote unquote debt while the money is easier and easier to get for you. Like if you're in a business or whatever, like I said, obviously you want to get easy money when the money's good, but you, in the same breath, you want to play defense too. So what are your top 5? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, VeChain. I'm starting to like a couple other projects though. I am, like I said, I don't like the centralization of HBAR, but I'm starting to like HBAR. HBAR is intriguing me a little more. Just over the long term, they're doing things right. They're doing things slow. They're not all about the profits. They're trying to do the right thing. And like I said, they're trying to get their regulations on and upward. Can we go live now, crypto? Sure. Hop on. That's just fine. Yes, on HBAR. How can you not like Bitcoin Satoshi Vision? Because I just believe in Bitcoin being more of a store of value now, in less of being, that transaction, that transactional money, that peer-to-peer money. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision is in the belief that Bitcoin should be a peer-to-peer money, but nah. Bitcoin Cash trying to do it as well, but like I said, I think it'll be other layer 2s on top of Bitcoin that will make it happen. What is Goo commanding crypto website? I have no idea. ICP, I'm not huge on ICP for this bull market. It could do well in the next bull market, but not in this one, in my opinion. I don't think it'll do as well as it should in this. They're just a little late to the party, in my opinion. So, but it could be a good one to dollar cost average in for the future. Could be a good one to dollar cost average in for the future. Let me see if I can. There we go. I'm actually going to have to do this one. Let's see. Robot crypto trade. Which one do you recommend? Like a robo, like a bot, like a trading bot. I think, what's his name? Blockchain Boy's got one coming out soon. I'd maybe take a look at that. Crypto's Hussar, how are you doing, man?
Doing right. Yeah. So it's Crypto Hussar.
Hussar. No age.
You sound like I'm a hussy. That was my old job. All right.
I love it. Let me turn you up quick. There we go. What are you? So what are you feeling right now?
I'm a sweating mess right now because I was working out. Well, I wasn't working out. I was working in the garden. Like, I'm just trying to stake the tomatoes, make sure the squash is coming in good.
Awesome. Hey, where are you from, by the way?
I was born in New York City, but I'm living in New Jersey right now.
Got it. That's kind of a tough area to buy crypto.
Yeah, but thank goodness for Coinbase and Binance US.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Sorry, go ahead. You first.
No, actually, I was just going to ask you a question too. Just how are you feeling right now about everything in the market?
I'm actually really optimistic. I mean, like, I'm actually like, I'm seeing the price of Bitcoin drop, and I'm like, all right. Because the thing is, I've been watching the dips since I think it was the 22nd of May, or actually the 19th, the flash crash. Once I saw like Bitcoin starting to teeter with like a lot of volume, I ended up just selling a lot of my positions in like Cardano, Matic, whatever. And then, waited till I saw like 3 or 4 like, positive upticks on the Bitcoin like 15-minute chart. And then I was like, okay. And then I just started like buying back in a little bit. Exactly. Like buying back in and, just cashing out on whatever gains I make. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. Once I saw like Bitcoin go down like 8% in a few hours, I was like, okay. And I just sold a lot of my current holdings, like maybe 40%. And, I bought, I just bought in like some Matic, some Cardano, some VeChain. No, VeChain I haven't. I haven't bought any of that yet, but I have bought some Matic, Cardano, and believe it or not, Ren and the Graph.
Yes, I think those are solid projects too that a lot of people aren't thinking about right now. I think the Graph, like Chainlink, the Graph, those projects, those API, like the connector projects like that do very, very well in the bear market. So if we are in a bear market, I don't think the Graph is a bad buy either.
Because they have the pickaxes and shovels.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, what's interesting is I feel like the Graph and Ren are both really undervalued at this time, because earlier this year they were trading over. I think they were both trading over $2.
Yep.
And now, I mean, the Graph is trading in the 60s. Ren is trading in the 40s. So I just took like a solid position in both. Those are on cold storage now, and I'm day trading a little bit. Just writing like the percentage gains, because if you just look at the daily charts of both the Graph and Ren, they range from like 12% to 23% in a day.
Yep.
In a freaking day.
Yeah, you could scalp. You could trade and scalp the heck out of those charts.
And yeah, like I mean, I'm doing that with those just so I can have more money to have long-term positions.
Correct.
In the stuff that I think is going to be around, like Chainlink, VeChain, Cardano. And I wanted to mention, like, you brought up a really good point that, like, I have a little issue. I like HBAR a lot, but I have a little issue with the fact that they're patented.
Yep.
But looking past that, it's true. I think they started off way too big in the beginning, when they did their ICO.
Yep.
And they've been taking some heat. But now they're like, okay, I guess they shouldn't have called themselves a Bitcoin killer, because they met with a lot of popular resistance after that. I think any crypto that says it's a killer of another crypto is doomed to suffer a lot of pushback, especially from like some vested crypto interests. Like if I'm Michael Saylor and I hear that HBAR is a Bitcoin killer and it's a solid currency, not a solid project, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna fuck that guy up.
Yeah, right.
Like whatever I could, I would pay